Actually had a good view of the game. They could have considered maybe two or three. I'm serious.
Yeah,
They could have considered more than that. But Allison is actually a very good keeper. He kept some brilliant ball out, and Ederson was a big. He came out big for Nottingham Forest. Like you won't believe they are sitting down table like 20 with that kind of goalkeeper. He's actually very good.
Well, I think he's also very good. I think he's on loan from Man United,
I'm not sure.
and I think it would be a shame if they let him go. If they have let him go, I think that is a shame. They should have.
It's always hard for top teams to keep two good goalkeepers.
Well, I think he's better than in my opinion, he's better than De Gea. In my honest opinion, I think Ederson is better than De Gea. In my opinion, I don't know. I think I've watched him. This season he's kept out about 3 penalties.
Yeah. He's actually good in that department.
I think shot stopping, maybe De Gea is a bit ahead of him, but I think he distributes the ball better than De Gea. If you talk about their overall quality, I think he should lead De Gea. But if it comes to just pure shot stopping, I think maybe De Gea leads in that aspect.
De Gea used to put off performances that wild, bro.
When a goalkeeper pull off foul performances, the team is not defending very well.
Sure.
So the United States conceded so much this season because Nottingham Forest as a team are very poor. I don't think that should make a mark on his career or anything. I think he's very brilliant.
Okay.
Very, very brilliant goalkeeper.
So this team was complete with all their players, maybe except from Keita, their strong central midfielder.
Yeah.
When they were complete, they still had this problem, conceding early in almost every game. If they have played 15, their last 15 games, they have conceded like 12 times first. It's not a good record. I was saying it that this problem now is bigger than money issue. If it was they are not only scoring, we can keep screaming money, they need money, or they need to replace money. But now it's not only about scoring, it's also about defending. And I feel when they concede early, the pressure is always much for the forward to deliver, like, okay, we now need to score 2 goals. So they start trying hard, and at the end of the day, they fail.
Yeah. So, why I pick out from Liverpool's issue is Liverpool, I think they are down mentally.
Okay.
For the past 6 years, almost the same set of players have been trying.
Yeah.
Most of the time coming second to the same set of people, going to the Champions League final, dominating and not winning. I think they are down, and I think they will get back. So I don't know if they make the top 4 this season, but I think hopefully they get back to their best. If they make new signings to compensate for the tired ones.
If they are below 7th position game week 15, I'll start losing hope.
Well, I honestly, as a fan of a team in the top 4 already, I don't want much competition. I think if they stay down, that is fine with me. But as a football fan, it's very sad to see a top club like Liverpool losing. So trying out to beat the Nottingham Forest. That was disgraceful.
It was very disgraceful.
Yeah.
Actually, going into the match, I think the worst thing that could happen was a draw.
Yeah.
But I was not seeing the vision of the win was not clear. But because I had to check their stats, they are yet to win away game this season. Well, like, they can be playing brilliant away from home, but when they are in Anfield, they are playing like Man City. But when they are away, they are playing like Man United.
Well,
like,
I think what I said about the mentality matters, because when you play home, even when you are down, you have the fans with you.
Yeah.
And if you check the percentage they give away fans in their total stadium capacity, it's very little.
Yes.
So they have most of the stadium to themselves.
Yes.
And when someone is down and you keep motivating the person, they will definitely do more. So you can say the reverse is the case when they are away. They have mostly don't have support. You understand? Just constant bulls. That I think that affects their mentality. That's just in my opinion. And I think maybe they just need to just start things afresh. Just clear their
Like
minds.
rejuvenate the team.
Yeah, I think this season they should not. I think Liverpool fans out there, I don't think you guys should expect more this season. Just
Be
Just hope.
humble yourself.
Yeah, don't make mouth against the like of them, of Chelsea, Man United. Don't talk to them. Just hope that this season, just use it to refresh your minds. Get in. I think if they sign 4 players this season, I don't think it's too much in my opinion. 4, 5, and they should sell none.
The
Keep
winter.
4, 5 players. I don't know how much it cost FSG, the stingy people. So I think they should sign more players. And this season they should know, okay, we've lost the season. Next season they should build up their mentality that challenging for every possible trophy. So I think that's what they should do in my opinion.
Do you think Salah is just downgrading, or is just the team affecting him? Because when the chips are down, you need players to step up.
Yeah.
It was just like I can relate this game to like Messi last 2 seasons at Barca.
Yeah.
I remember Barca fans calling the rest of the players deadwood, except from De Jong and Ter Stegen, who were keeping us in most games. We had just like 3 good players, and Messi didn't stop scoring.
Yeah.
He did almost all the work by himself, carried the ball from the midfield, score. But I know Messi is like an alien. You can't compare him to Salah.
Yeah.
But personally, me, I feel like Salah is not doing too much. He had a bad form coming into the season, and his team was struggling. He didn't even pick form. I think, to me, he has let them down in some way.
Well, I can't disagree with that. At the same time, I can't fully agree with that.
Why?
Because coming in from last season, has been in, let's say the first half of the season of the last, it was in top form. That's where he scored most of his goals.
Yeah.
So the second part was just a few goals here and there. So coming to this season, you already know like there's not much to expect from him. But he signed a new contract, so there will definitely be expectations. But what I see in it is, even in the tactics, if you a fan of Liverpool and you watch the games, you will know he's been played far out wide, more than he used to be played last season.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of statistics and you check his hit map, you see he's far wide, far back in the midfield than he was when he was hugging touchlines at the front and at the shoulder of defenders last season. So and generally he's also in poor form. So you can't take that away from him. He's been poor. But I think he can do better. He'll definitely do better. He's a quality player and class of ratio.
Okay, so what do you think about Van Dijk defending this season?
Van Dijk has been terrible. Van Dijk, not even this season, from last season, he has been hanging on the thread. He has been terrible.
I feel like
terrible.
I feel like Trent is just over criticized. We hardly talk about Van Dijk giving people space.
Yeah.
Like this guy was, they were naming the likes of like Ramos, Piqué. They were naming above all those players who have done it for years, been consistent for years. It was like some people will even say it's better than Bakemba if they are not careful. Like rated this guy so high.
I want to say something.
Okay.
I want to say something. Definitely, Van Dijk has been in poor form. He's definitely not better than Bakemba. I did not watch him, but you can't have 2 Ballon d'Or and Van Dijk is better than you.
Yeah.
You can't be that. He's not better than Maldini. He's not better than Ramos. But I would take him over Piqué. I will take him over Piqué.
We are not talking about players.
Yeah.
But Van Dijk has not done it up to 5 years.
Exactly.
Piqué
has done it at least 10
more
years
than, yes.
because since his Man United days he has been good.
Longitude.
So yeah, don't mind me. That was just me getting at you with that. But yeah, I had him. He's not even as good a player as Thiago Silva, who have been doing it since 2008
Yes.
Champions League final with Ronaldinho, comparing with someone that came from Southampton and went to Liverpool. But I think that was disrespectful from Liverpool fan. But I think they should be learning from their mistakes now, because he's been very terrible. I don't think a top class defender should be having a season like this.
Yeah,
it's been terrible.
It's very terrible. So where do you think Liverpool will end up this season? Be realistic with yourself. Don't say because you're a Chelsea fan, maybe you don't want them up there. Where do you realistically see them this season?
Is it that 2 ways for Liverpool? Is it that 2 ways? I think if Liverpool wakes up tomorrow, they qualify.
Okay.
If they don't wake up very soon, they go to the Europa. It's as simple as that. If they wake up tomorrow and start playing well, Liverpool is a team that can go 15, 16 games unbeaten, lose one, and continue another 5, 6. They are that good
Yes.
on their good days.
Actually,
They are
but
that
I
good.
don't see that coming this season. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't see that coming too, but this is football. Anything
can happen, but
yeah.
some things cannot still happen.
Anything can happen. But yeah, so if they don't do that, they don't wake up very soon. I'm talking before World Cup. If they don't wake up before World Cup,
You think it's over for
I
them?
think it's over for them. No top four, because the teams fighting for top four this season, they are not playing. Nobody's going to wait for you to wake up. If you don't wake up quick enough, you are gone. And I think Europa should not be bad for them to refresh, play with a little bit of kids, and gain back a good form.
For me, yeah, for me to be realistic, I see Liverpool making like 7th or 8th position.
Don't be ashamed then.
Seriously, I'm not being harsh. I've
Yeah.
watched nothing less than 6 Liverpool games this season,
Yeah.
and I don't know, maybe it's just maybe I'm carrying bad luck with me, but
Yeah.
every game I watch, they concede first. Facts.
It's not about.
And most of the time, the goals are always like, you'll be like, I watched their first game against Fulham, yeah?
Yeah.
I saw this team that just came back from championship, hungry for we win. But they shouldn't be putting that kind of performance against Liverpool.
Oh, I think the performance Fulham pulled that day, they would have pulled it up on anybody. That performance that day, I think that's what crushed Liverpool's already fragile mentality. I think Fulham crushed
They
them.
were hanging on Europe in that game.
Hanging on the rope in that game. They should have won. They won that. I don't think they will be this bad. So when they drew that first game, and then they drew by luck, they should have been beaten in that game.
Yes.
So they drew by luck. I think Mitrovic was too much for Van Dijk and Trent that day. It was just too much for them. They would have better facing off with Nottingham then.
So sincerely, I see them staying around 6 or 6.
Or 6.
No, I said 7 or 8
Yeah,
the
7
other
or
time.
8,
So
yeah.
I was just say 6, 7, 8. Thanks for watching 22 Podcast. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and like the video.